6-year anniversary. 6-year anniversary of the late great, one of the greatest we've ever seen do it, Kobe, Black Mamba, Bean Bryant, rest in peace, but also rest in peace his daughter, because she sometimes gets lost when we talk about the Black Mamba. Rest in peace to everybody. First and foremost, I was on that helicopter fleet. Rest in peace to everybody. Condolences to their family. But today is the 6-year anniversary, and we're gonna pay some homage to the late great Black Mamba. But I'm gonna give this segment to Flea, because Flea is listen. He's a Kobe stan. That's his guy, right? Flea, give me one of your best Kobe Bryant memories or stories, please.
The one that comes to mind, right? Because I watched the whole career, right? But the one that comes to mind, right, is so I'm probably 9-ish, 96 draft, however old I was, 96 draft, the night of the 96 draft, the day of the 96 draft. I'm at Knicks basketball camp as a kid, Knicks basketball camp. So I got to be 9, 10 years old. I'm at Knicks basketball camp. At the end of every session, they have one of the players come up there and have a few words. So one time we had Herb Williams bum ass come up there. We have John Starks bum ass come up. You know I love my guys. I'm talking shit. Right. But they would come up there and they would talk to us and give encouraging words to the campers. Well, one time, that the day of the 96 draft, this white boy comes up there. The white boy comes up there and he's giving us words. He's going through a whole speech. The white boy happens to be Steve Nash. So it was Steve Nash there that night because Steve Nash was getting drafted that night in New York on 96 draft. So he gives words to the whole camp and shit like that. So I'm like, damn, I'm going to watch the draft tonight. I'm going to make sure I watch the draft because I want to see what number this dude goes. Anyway, I'm watching the draft. Charlotte Hornets draft this dude. I'm like, yo, who is this? I ain't never heard this dude before ever in my life. Never heard of him. Kobe Bryant winds up getting traded to the Lakers, right? And that night, I'm like, yo, I'm going to watch, I'm going to be attached to the dude. I'm a Knicks fan all day. Right. 96 draft, we draft John Wallace, all of that. I remember who we got. But the 96 draft, I remember getting drafted, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch this dude from here on out. And from there, that's where it started for me, for him. And he was just, wow. As everybody knows, whether you liked him, whether you disliked him, whatever, the nigga was a killer. And so for him to go today, that was crazy. Today has always been a little eerie in the basketball world. It's
but real quick, the beautiful, the lovely, the sexy, the extravagant Cherokee is in the building. Y'all listen, the ladies of AllBall TV is in the building. Show some love, fellas.
Cherokee, what up?
Flea, before we get the show started, listen, man, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, his daughter, Gigi, but also rest in peace, everyone that lost their lives on that helicopter, especially condolences to their family, right? But just a special shout out to just his daughter, right? Because we see what Kobe was about to do with women's basketball, right? Insane. But for me, my fondest moment of Kobe Bryant, it ain't the NBA. It's Rucker. Come on, man. I was there.
You was there.
Hey, chat, let me break it down, right? I forgot he was supposed to play the week before. So the park is jam-packed, right? Kobe doesn't come and play after Rucker. It's all good. Still get a goodie. That next week, it might have been, I don't know if it was Jermaine Dupri or Murder Inc. I don't know. I don't remember who it was. We in the park, right? We sitting down, we chilling. And you just happen to look because the VIP and the players come from the back, right? So as you looking, you know how you could just feel some type of just weird energy? And when you look, you see FBI guys, all black suits with the earpieces.
Got the earpieces on and shit.
Right? So, mad nosy. We short. Kobe Bryant is walking into Rucker Park.
Insane.
You had to be there to understand. You got to remember, at this time, they was calling him Lord of the Rings. Remember, he was a multiple champion. Considered one of the best players in the world, not just only the NBA. And when he came to Rucker Park, the love that he showed on the court, he played defense. He was doing Rucker moves. He was doing it all. You never seen nothing like that. So for me, that was one of the best moments of Kobe Bean Bryant, man. Rest in peace. 6-year anniversary. And you could just tell, Flea, the game is missing him. Yeah, not only him on the basketball court, but just him as a human being, just what he brought to the game, right? So for me, man, it's just sad. But rest in peace to that young man. Rest in peace to his daughter. Rest in peace to all the families that lost their lives on that helicopter. Condolences to their family, because we got to remember it wasn't only him on that helicopter, right? But wow, he's just so missed in sports, period. Not only basketball. Yes.
Like it's so many, so many lives touched, right? So inspirational, right? Right. We don't know these guys personally, but the impact that they have, you know, I'm speaking for me, the impact that he had on my life as far as a basketball player, as far as loving the game, as far as like, you know, just taking things away from the game that you could put into life, right? That Mamba mentality is not just strictly about basketball. You could take Mamba mentality and apply it to your life and your everyday shit. So it was dope to watch his career, and extremely unfortunate today. Like, I remember that day like it was yesterday. Like I've never cried for another person that I didn't know, like me personally, like shed real tears. That was like that one touched me. I was like, damn, that hurt for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Listen, man, one of the last of R&B. Facts.
The logo of R&B. The logo of R&B.
Listen, man.
Y'all know what R&B is, man.
Yeah, we ain't gotta say it. Listen, the chat know what that is.
Y'all know what R&B is.
Yeah. So before we get the show started, just had to pay homage to the legend, to the GOAT, to one of the greatest to ever do it, man. Rest in peace. I don't like to say anniversary because, you know, so for me, just rest in peace. It's been 6 years since the Black Mamba has been gone. So rest in peace, my brother, to you and your family, to everybody else that lost their lives and their family. Condolences.
For me, the moment I always bring up, because I just rewatched our T-Mac segment. Yeah, when T-Mac went on Slam Magazine and he said, yo, if I had Shaq, I would be in finals too. Kobe went to the next issue because that was his man. I forgot my guy's name. He used to work for Slam. We interviewed him. It's on his channel, as a matter of fact. Kobe goes on the next issue of Slam Magazine. He goes, yo, man, you had a guy in Vince. We could have met in the finals last year, but you ain't do it. I'm over here making excuses and all that. Like, that moment, I remember it being like, yo, hold on. That's some shit that I would have said. That made me start to gain this respect for him. That was like, oh, he's competitive and he's witty. And I don't know if T-Mac and these guys really give a fuck like Kobe. And I always say the All-Star game, it just looked like, even though we complain about the All-Star game now, even then, as much as classic that it was, it still felt like Kobe cared more than everybody. So that issue on Slam Magazine, I think he has the 2 or 3 rings up in the issue, and he clapped back at T-Mac, like back in the back-to-back issue. It was dope because it was like 50 Cent was about to start dropping, rap was at its height, everybody's just beefing, and for Kobe to do that was just, as a fan, fuck that. Just what you said, the logo of R&B, right?
The logo of R&B.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.